Hi, my name is Carmen, and today I'm going to show you how to do a Chinese staircase bracelet using beads and a slip knot. Let's begin. So we begin with wax cord. I tape about 4 of them to the table. I tie a balloon tie with 2 fingers, tie a knot, and I tape the top and I tape the bottom. Then the only string I have loose is the string that I'm using, which is this current one that I make it into a 4. I put my 2 fingers in between and pull through as it wraps around and makes that knot. So it starts to make a spiral. After a few of these, I like to make sure that you can see the spiral. So I continue to do it about maybe 10 more times. But it all depends how big is your wrist. Now, every wrist is different. I use 24 inches only because I like to have space to move around in case of any mistakes. You know, sometimes we tend to not measure it correctly. But, you know, in this case, 24 inches, I think it's enough. My wrist is 8 inches, so it's enough space for me. So here I'm doing it again in a different way. I'm just getting a knot and tying it through. And you see the spiral already coming in. So now the next step, we start to add the bead. We slide the bead, we untape the strings on the bottom and we slide the bead through. The bead has to have a big hole. Depending on, you don't have to use 4 wax cords. I like to use wax cord because it binds really good. But it's the same concept. You slide into the bead, you take 1 wire and you wrap it all around. And then you continue that about 3 times. And you pull it through. So now you see that the bead is in there and it's locked in nice and snug. It's not moving around. The only thing to do is just spin around, which is a lot of fun. And we continue to do the same technique. We take 1 cord, we wrap it all the way around, and we pull it through that same cord, and we create that spiral staircase, which is known back in my days, the Chinese staircase, which is a lot of fun to do. So we continue doing that about 3 to 4 times, and then we add in our next bead because we're creating a design. Now we're up to the 3rd step, which is, well, I think it's the 4th step. We add in the 2nd bead. Again, we untape the bottom, all the cords, and we add in the bead, we slide it through. And the same concept is that we take that 1 string and we wrap it around all the strings and you slide it, then you pull the end through that same string. And that begins to do the Chinese staircase, which is the spiral stitch also. But this seems to be going well. Don't worry about where this string it goes. Sometimes it goes in the front, sometimes it goes in the back. The point is that you get the concept of trying something new. And so now we continue to do that about a few more times with the beads. I like to do a little design. Some people like to do all the beads all the way around. I don't. I like to leave the end so I could put my slip stitch that I could slide, open up the bracelet and close the bracelet easily. So after I'm done adding the beads, I tie a knot at the end of the last 3 stitches of the bead, and then I tie a knot at the end of the cords. So I put them together, and that way when I'm ready to do my slip knot, they do not slip open and break through. So here I take a cord, I bend it in half just like this, and I put it under the bracelet, and I take the 2 ends, pull it through, and that's how you begin your slip knot. Now you do the same stitch that you did with the bracelet, which you see how it comes in and out. And if you don't put the 2 knots in, it could slide through. So it's important that you do that. So then after I take that same cord and I begin to do the Chinese staircase just 2 more times, and you don't even have to add glue. You just you do it nice and snug. You see it here and you pull it through. The wax, that's what the wax cord is good for to bind it really well. And then you just trim your edges and everything should come out just perfect. I hope you like this video. Please subscribe and have fun doing it. Feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions. I do answer all comments. Thank you.